God, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Salt Lake City Pioneers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down! 185!
51! Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Check seat! Express!
51's a mic, boy. 51.
Express!
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40. Fighting his way through contact. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now the former Texas A&M Aggie. This is Travion Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Carr flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Down! 180!
Mike 51.
Juice right C!
Check 99. Check 99.
X3! 218, chopper!
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Crunch time.
Express!
Hey, Alpha.
Now Carr. He'll get this to Eckler. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Protein spills! I'm gonna run you over! 10-08!
Tighten up.
Buzz! Buzz!
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh. You don't see me in your nightmare, son.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Derrick Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
93. Hey, let's go.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the counter, here's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
He gets it to Brown, complete. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Exit.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Get wide. 694. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hey, pick your game up.
To throw again. Carr. This one caught by Crowder. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd?
Hey, wahoo!
Carr to throw again. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Henry running right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 8, read.
Let's go, D.
5.
Now Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll find Hall. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Bravo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Henry. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
10 Lobo. 61. Matchbox right.
Check 13. Check 13.
Ready.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Carson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Down. 180. 51. Let's go. Watch tight end. Hey, you got 3 down. Switch.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
180. We're good. 280. White.
On second down, it's Williams. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Express. Go. 6-18. Later 9. Mike 51.
Now they'll throw with Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And some room to work. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
A first down carry for Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
58, 58.
Here's Lewis to throw on third down. This is caught. It's Cooks. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go.
To throw on second down, Lewis. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Shrugs him off. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
29.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Zoo.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get
Now this time Carl throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Carson. Room to run inside the 40. Room here to run. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Carson. inside the 5 to the 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Again, it's Henry. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pinned their ears back.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Check 31, check 31.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. You got 3 down.
Hey, Delta.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Single, slot.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
51, Mike 51. Here we go.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Bill, 180.
51's the mic.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Kill. Don't let him breathe. Hey, Charlie. What's up?
Carr going to throw. Being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
On 3rd down, Carson, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Let's go.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a big run that time by Henry. 44 yards. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Lewis. And that's complete to Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Throwing is Lewis. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run with Henry. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Lewis now going to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Out. Pick the edge. Later 2.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pick me up. Here we go. You're mine. Express.
In your face.
Mike 55. Smooth. Hey, eat. 734.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Let's make these.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
X3. 218. Chop. Express. Watch 55.
Here we go.
Express.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Hey, later 2.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
It's just me and you.
Hey, orbit.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But in order to keep the football moving downfield, Other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He gets it to Cooks. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Henry. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Quick pass out to Miller. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
On the set. Recon, 152 fighter.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Shit. Showing it.
Fire.
Now a handoff to Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
61, matchbox right. Don't get nervous. Check.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey, turn it up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big third down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They run it with Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This is Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, it's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On second down now, it's Carson powering his way forward. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run again with Carson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.